Hey, everybody, it's Friday. It's 10 a.m. Eastern. That means it's Friday Focus Time with Laura. Hope you're doing well today. Don't forget that I can see your comments on Instagram and our Facebook group. So if you're here with me live and you want to ask a question or just say hello, please do so. Go right ahead. I can see it. Thank you, StreamYard. And when you give permission to StreamYard, those of you on Facebook, yes, there's those concessions you have to make, but I get to see your comments, which I can't do if I'm not using StreamYard. Hello, Instagram's waking up. Happy to see you. All right, everybody. So today I'm talking about permission and whose is it to give? And as I do every week, I kind of look for the themes in my coaching this week. Hi, Helen. And see, what are people up to? What's going on? What seems to be the theme of the week? And this week it was permission. And as you know, I work with people figuring out what to do with their life. So a lot of it is around career stuff, right? Figuring stuff out. And who gives you the permission? Yourself. I gave myself permission to wear leather and pleather today. Hi, Nancy. Right? So I gave myself permission. It's gross and rainy, so this made me feel good. Anyway, back to you. So look, I have a few things to discuss with you about permission. Most of the time, it's permission we have to give ourselves. People have rules about how they run their life. A lot of it is based on the past. Hi, Susan G. Like I can't do X, Y, or Z because I must have XYZ amount of money in the bank. And those rules serve you well, usually. But then they might get to a point where they actually start causing you to not be happy. And I'm not saying you become irresponsible, but you have to look at your rules. And often we allow others to make the rules. Obviously, if you're in a workplace, there's certain rules, or you're in a family, there's certain rules, or certain unsaid rules. Now, a lot of those rules can be questioned. Okay. I notice a lot of time people make assumption about how they can work and when they can work, et cetera. And if the pandemic has shown us anything, it's shown us you can blow all those rules out of the water. And it just gets down to asking and doing. So I have 3 P's for you. All right. So when you're thinking about permission, and you're likely going to have to give it to yourself, first I want you to think about P, possibility. Right? What's the possibility? Like, what's possible if you give yourself permission to do this, try this, break a rule, do something different? What's possible, right? We want that end vision because that's like the carrot dangling at the end of the stick. What are we going for? All right. Second P, pragmatism. I'll let it come in. All right. So, what's the worst thing that can happen if you give yourself permission or ask for permission? It doesn't work out, or they say no, it's okay. Okay. End of pragmatism. Third P, positioning. So, how do you need to position this permission? Do you need to ask for it? Do you need to give it to yourself? Do you need to negotiate it? Do you just even need to tell yourself that it's temporary permission, right? So if you're worried you're going to like lead yourself off a cliff, okay, I'm just going to give myself permission for today and see what happens. Now, those are the 3 P's. Think about the possibility, allow a little pragmatism, reposition or position it so that you give yourself permission, because permission will propel you, right? The 4th P. Propel you. Propel you to what? Let me give you 3 stories from this week alone. In our online experience group, we have another one starting on June 9th, by the way. You can still sneak in, but the current one that we're just finishing up, 3 permission stories. One person gave themselves permission to leave their very horrible job. They've been negotiating with themselves like, okay, I just have to make it XYZ more amount of time. I could do it. It's a slog. But they gave themselves permission to look at their finances and gave themselves permission to retire early. This person is not, she's going to be able to do a lot more after retirement. It's not like retirement, I'm going to go, sleep it away. And she gave herself permission to retire. She looked at the money, figured it all out, and she's going to be able to walk away from a situation that's really hurting her. And I know there's new horizons ahead. All right, another person, the rules were, no, I could never be a freelancer because, I need stability. I need a certain paycheck. I can't do anything else. I couldn't even see myself doing that. What about what I do could become freelance? Gave herself permission to explore it. No commitment, just explore it. And no kidding, a freelance opportunity showed up. Doesn't have to take it, just gets the proof that, you know what, it can happen. Third person had a lot of possibilities of what they could do, and that becomes confusing, right? So she gave herself permission to go down the track with one of them and just, take a few steps, meet a few people, check out what the training courses were. And something really spoke to her and she, boom, signed up, picked a course of action, gave herself the permission to explore, and then gave herself the permission to press send and be accepted to a program, right? So that's the big P of permission, is to give yourself the permission to explore, right? It's not giving yourself permission and then you must commit. Give yourself permission to explore, because from the exploration come possibilities and choices. So that's it. That's our message for today. Give yourself permission. You know where to find me every Friday. I'm now on LinkedIn with this broadcast, YouTube Live, Instagram, and our Facebook group. And our Facebook group, folks, is for people figuring out their next direction. So it's called the Now What? Career Clarity and Direction Community Group in Facebook if you want to join us, because we are posting content all week long. Happy to see you. Happy Friday, and I'll see you back here next week. Take care.